We are back here live at Radio Row, and today I am joined by NFL NBC Sports analyst, co-host of Pro Football Talk, and former NFL quarterback Chris Sims. Mr. Sims, thank you so much for your time.
Of course, man. I'm glad to be here with you. You're looking good. You're looking sharp. That was a good night, a good delivery right there. You're the man. Look at you, Johnny Professional.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sims. And there's been a lot of breaking NFL news over the last 48 hours. I wanted to get your reaction on the Myles Garrett trade request, and what do you think a trade package for him would look like if he were to be traded to an NFL team?
Right. I'm not shocked that he wanted a trade request, right? I mean, he said he was going to meet with the brass and they were going to go over a plan and do all that. I'm sure the plan is good, but he doesn't want to wait for it and sit around for it to happen, right? What, 3 years down the road when he might not be in the prime of his career anymore before they, get things figured out with their roster and whatever else. So I totally understand him wanting to move on at this point of his career. Now, trade compensation, definitely going to take 2 first-round picks for him, right? 2 first-rounders, and I would think probably something else thrown in there, a later round pick or something of that nature there. But yeah, that's what I would expect. It's big news, like you said. I mean, he's definitely one of the best defensive players in football.
For sure. And another big news is that Cooper Kupp wanting to move on from the LA Rams.
Right.
Where do you think he is most likely going to be landing?
Well, another one that I would say is not a surprise. For what he's making money-wise, right, I think they want to move on from him more than that, right, is just as far as, hey, he's not as explosive and as fast as what he used to be, and maybe not a top-tier receiver in football, but damn, he's still good. Right? He's still going to find a spot where, okay, he's not the number 1 superstar guy anymore, but a really good number 3. Maybe we see a resurgence like you saw Adam Thielen have when he went to the Carolina Panthers, right? Similar to that. I think he's still got a little football in him, but yeah, it's going to be about finding the right situation, and then can they trade him with that contract, and do they maybe have to take on some of the money themselves and pay that? Those are the things they're going to have to figure out as we go along here.
And my final question for you, Mr. Sims, on everybody's mind this week is obviously the big game on Sunday. What is your prediction for that game, and who do you think is going to win?
Hey, man, this is Battle of the Titans, right? The Eagles are the best team in football. The Eagles are one of the best, most well-orchestrated teams in the last 20 years. They're stacked, right? But we know the Chiefs, close game. It's like the clutches of Mahomes, Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, all of that. The Eagles are here, the Chiefs are here, but Andy Reid, Mahomes, and Spags can even that out. I'm going to take the Eagles, though.
Wow.
I'm taking the Eagles to win the football game. I'm going to say 38-28 Eagles.
Wow, that's a hot take. Everybody I've talked to so far has said Chiefs, so
Yeah, I'm going Eagles.
Thank you so much for your
Eagles are the best
time.
team in the league. They are, and I think they'll do it, but of course Mahomes scares me.
Of course, everybody has to respect Mahomes. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Sims.
Anytime.
Michael Penix, you were drafted to Atlanta in the first round. How do you feel now being in New Orleans here at Radio Row in the Superdome?
Man, it feels great, to be here, but obviously I want to be here playing in this game. And it'll happen one day, so I'm enjoying it.
Thank you very much for your time. We are back here on Radio Row in New Orleans, and today I am joined by 2-time All-Pro defensive tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, NFL Network analyst, and Yahoo Sports analyst, Gerald McCoy. Thank you so much for taking the time, Mr. McCoy.
Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate you having me.
My first question for you, Mr. McCoy, is we just heard a couple hours ago it is confirmed that Myles Garrett, has requested a trade from the Cleveland Browns. What is your reaction to that? And also, where do you think the best landing spot for him going forward is going to be in a trade?
I don't have a direct landing spot, that I think he should go to. I think he should obviously be a contender, which I would assume is why he wants out. He wants to go to a contender. The advice I would give for any of those contenders is do everything in your power to make sure you get this guy, because he's a franchise-changing guy. And if you're a piece away, getting a guy like that, you can, give up some of your future to go get him. And my just initial reaction is just, hey, man, he's a legacy guy. He's one of those Hall of Fame type players, and he just wants to seal his legacy.
And my next question for you, Mr. McCoy, is you just launched your show, McCoy and Van Noy, on the Yahoo Sports YouTube page. What is that show going to look like, and can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's me, Gerald McCoy, and Kyle Van Noy. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champ for the New England Patriots. He's a current player for the Baltimore Ravens. And what it is his insight to the NFL world. So y'all watch the games, and y'all see the results. What we do is we take you in the locker room before, during, and after those results, and we tell you, this is what might have went into that game plan. This is how the players see what just happened. More is less professional, like on TV, where you see analysts analyzing, where two players talking about the game as if we're sitting in the living room, and we try and give the fans insight to bye weeks, game plans. One fan asks us, "What do we do when we got to go to the bathroom during the game?" These are the types of things you're getting from McCoy and Van Noy.
Thank you so much for that. And now I have a little bit of a fun question for you, Mr. McCoy. If you could change any NFL rule, what would you change and what would you make it and why?
If I could change any NFL rule, it would definitely be this. I was a defensive lineman, so this whole landing on the quarterback's rule, I hate it. I hate it, man. It's very difficult to get to these guys because these offensive linemen are incredible human beings and athletes. So when you can get past them and have an opportunity to get to this quarterback, you don't have time to think about how you land on them. I mean, this is a game of physicality. We wear gear, and you know what you signed up for. So if we're talking about protecting the players or whatever, no, they're protecting the money, and the quarterback is the money. And I understand it, but yeah, if I could change any rule, it would be that one.
And my final question for you, Mr. McCoy, what is your prediction for Super Bowl Sunday? Who do you think is going to win and why?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kansas City just for the experience. I think the better team is the Philadelphia Eagles, but the better team doesn't always win because there's no substitution for experience, and that's what Kansas City has, from the head coach to Travis Kelce to Patrick Mahomes and Chris Jones on defense. They've just been here so many times, and they beat Philly. Last time they played them, Philly's gonna have a chip on their shoulder, but I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs are just more experienced, and I got them edging.
Thank you so much, Mr. McCoy. Thank you for the time. We are back here live at Radio Row in New Orleans, and today I am joined here by NFL Tennessee Titans defensive lineman Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey, thank you so much for the time.
Most definitely. Appreciate you having me.
And you went to Mississippi State University in college. How does it feel being back here in New Orleans at Radio Row for the Super Bowl?
It feels great. It's amazing just to be down here. I think Mississippi is only, 2 or 3 hours away. So I done made that drive a couple of times when I was in college to come down here in New Orleans. But, shout out to Mississippi State. Love always going back to Mississippi. I grew up right down the road, like 20 minutes from Starkville. So just to be able to, be that hometown hero right there in from where I'm from, it means a lot. And like I said, I love Mississippi State. So.
Thank you. And now there's a lot of things that the Titans have to do this offseason, and specifically with the number 1 overall pick in the draft. What would you like to see them do with the number 1 overall pick?
I'm going to speak on the defensive side. I would love to have an edge player. I know our fans want a quarterback. So, like I said, that's out my pay grade. But, I would love to have another edge present, another more depth on the defensive line side. So we'll see. The draft in a couple months, and I'm excited to see what we do.
And final question for you, Jeffrey. What is your Super Bowl 59 prediction? Who do you got on Sunday?
I'm taking the Eagles. I want to see guys like A.J. Brown get a ring. I want to see guys, especially Jalen Carter, who having a hell of a year. Just guys like that. And, them guys, they've been here before, and I think it's time for them to not let a 3-peat happen. So.
Thank you so much for your time. We are back here live at Radio Row in New Orleans, and today I am joined by 3-time Super Bowl champion and former New England Patriots safety, Devin McCourty. Devin, thank you so much for the time.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
And I have to ask, with Fox broadcasting the Super Bowl and Tom Brady being on the call for the big game, what is your all-time favorite Tom Brady story?
I always like to tell the story. We in 2016, we lost to the Seahawks. We got to the 1 or 2 yard line. We couldn't punch it in and score. We go to San Francisco the next week. It's a huge game, West Coast travel. We beat San Fran, and everybody's on the plane ride back. We're having a good time. We're laughing, standing up on the plane. And Tom's over there in the corner, laptop open with the clicker, watching film. And then with his offhand, he's massaging the thigh bruise that he got. And that, to me, was just like the picture of this guy who hung out with us a little bit before we took off and then was like, I got to lock in. I got to get better on this flight. And it made all of us sit there like, damn, are we doing something wrong? But it always reminded me of his greatness and how brilliant he is.
He truly is the GOAT. And now I have to ask you, Devin, what do you think of Drake May in his rookie season, just getting done with the Patriots, and what do you want to see from him over the next couple of years?
Just keep doing what he's doing, man. We got a chance to call the preseason games this year in New England, so we sat down with Drake, and then I actually saw him earlier today, and I was just proud of the way that he handled everything. Didn't start the season. Everybody wanted to make a big deal. He didn't worry about that. When he got in, he handled what he could, and he got better week after week after week. And I think listen, he has a lot of older brothers, so he already understood it, but he knows that's the key. Like, just keep getting better. I think he'll do that this offseason, and New England fans should be excited about what's to come.
And my final question for you, Devin, what is your Super Bowl 59 prediction? Who do you got on Sunday?
I don't have a prediction. I get to work the game, so I don't have to pick a team. But what I will say is I think it'll come down to can Philly rush with only 4 guys and get to Mahomes? And then 2 minutes left, minute 30 left. Does Mahomes have the ball? Because if he does, Kansas City's probably going to win.
Thank you so much for your time, Devin.
No problem,
really
man.
appreciate it.
Good talking.
We are back here live at Radio Row in New Orleans, and today I am joined by Green Bay Packers running back Josh Jacobs. Josh, thank you so much for the time.
Oh, yeah, appreciate you for having me.
And Josh, you are coming off of your first season with the Green Bay Packers. How have you enjoyed it getting into that Packers fan base and that community, that tight-knit community in Green Bay?
Man, I love it out there, man. It's a lot of love, a lot of genuine people out there. It's a lot of rich tradition. Reminds you of a college town. It's peaceful, man. It's good fishing. I love it.
And Josh, you went to the University of Alabama. How have you been enjoying your time now here in New Orleans, in Louisiana, just south of Alabama?
I mean, it's been cool, man. Like, I can't complain. This is like my second home. I've spent like off seasons out here training. In college every year. My birthday is next week. I spend like almost every year Mardi Gras out here. So I know how to get around without GPS. It's pretty smooth.
Well, happy early birthday to you, Josh Jacobs. And my final question before I let you go, what is your Super Bowl 59 prediction? Who do you got on Sunday?
It's hard to bet against Mahomes, man. I mean, personally, I want the Eagles to win because of the guys I played with, but I'm going with KC.
Thank you so much for your time, Josh.
I appreciate it.
We are back here live at Radio Row here in New Orleans, and today I am joined by Dicker the Kicker himself, Los Angeles Chargers kicker, Cameron Dicker. Cameron, thank you so much for your time.
Of course, thank you.
My first question for you, you went to high school in Texas, you played for the Longhorns. How does it feel to be here in New Orleans?
It's awesome. I mean, we got the Sugar Bowl win my freshman year of college here, so it's pretty cool to be back.
And Cameron, you were nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award this year. How proud does that make you feel to be able to honor your community like that?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a huge honor. It's been really cool just being able to give back and do what I can, just kind of share the same love that Jesus has for me with others.
And Cameron, you play for the Chargers in LA. There are a ton of celebrities there. If you could play in front of any one celebrity, who would you want it to be?
Oh, boy, that's a tough question. We're going to go... Oh, gosh. Just top of my head, The Rock. That'd be cool. I'd love to play in front of some soccer players. I'd say Mo Salah is a celebrity. Virgil van Dijk, those guys.
Gotta love Liverpool, guys.
I love Liverpool. Yeah, I love Liverpool. So that'd be sick to play in front of them.
And I wanted to get a kicker's perspective on this. If you could enforce one ridiculous NFL rule change, what would you want it to be?
No landing zone for this kickoff thing. It's ridiculous. Makes it not as much fun for me.
That's awesome. And my final question for you, Cameron, before I let you go, what is your Super Bowl 59 prediction? I have to ask. It's a tough matchup, but who do you got?
Eagles are taking it all the way. I'm pumped for those guys. I think we're going to see a Moro Ojamo sack, my man. And, it's going to be exciting. I think they're going to take it, though.
Cameron, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We are back here live in New Orleans at Radio Row, and today we are joined by the speedster himself, running back for the Miami Dolphins, Raheem Mostert. Raheem, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you, man. How you doing out here? You liking it?
Doing great, enjoying the scene. And I have to ask you, how have you been enjoying New Orleans, the city? Have you tried any of the local food yet?
I mean, I've been here, a couple times, and I enjoy the city. I got here last night, so I wasn't able to do much. And then first thing I did was come here, so.
Great. And now I have to ask you, Miami attracts a lot of big names. If you could play in front of any celebrity in the entire world, who would you want it to be?
Oh, any celebrity entire. I mean, I feel like I've already done that, but I felt like Messi would have been good. I think Messi already came to one of our games, so I was able to play in front of him. Yeah,
The-
that's pretty cool.
The GOAT himself.
Yeah.
And my final question for you, Raheem, what is your Super Bowl 59 prediction? Who do you got on the big game on Sunday?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I know both teams very well, but I'm gonna say I think the Chiefs got it. I want to see a three-peat. I know everybody's hating on the Chiefs, but not me. I do want to see a three-peat. It only happened. It's never happened before, right? It could be the first in our entire lifetime, so that'd be pretty cool to see.
Gotta root for the history. Raheem Mostert, thank you so much. We are back here live at Radio Row in New Orleans, and today I'm joined by superstar defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders, Max Crosby. Max, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, bro. Let's do it.
My first question for you, you are walking around in a boot here today. How has the recovery been going since that ankle injury?
It's been amazing. As you can see, I'm walking a little more pep in my steps. So off the scooter, moving a lot better. Life is good. So we're definitely going in the right direction.
And I have to ask, Pete Carroll was just hired as the Las Vegas Raiders head coach. How do you feel about that, and what was your reaction to that hiring?
I was honestly fired up. He's a winner. Threw in. This is my guy over here. He's been a winner everywhere he's been. So got nothing but love and respect for him. And I'm excited, to see what's next.
And my final question for you, Max, before we let you go, what is your Super Bowl 59 prediction? Who do you got on Sunday?
I've been back and forth. I feel like at the end of the day, O-line and D-line wins championships. So I'm going to go Philly.
Thank you so much for your time, Max.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, bud.